Alright guys, we're gonna do a video and we're gonna do first quarter to fourth quarter.
Myself in a rhythm, get myself into a tempo. What do defenses want to do? Wreck all of that, and that's exactly what this defense is doing.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Secures this at the 17. And a nice return out of them. They have it a little further up past their own 30. The Seahawks back on offense, led out by Geno Smith. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one.
Alright, we're gonna do medium pass. We're gonna do Connor go flat. Connor goes flat.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
I would like to do with this little bit of a talk. Please have future scholars. Sign down and sounds better than you.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception, just first and an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and makes sure it wasn't completed.
Let's go. Good pass.
Well, he sure has come out throwing a good ball today, and the passing game has really been clicking early on thanks to his efforts.
Yeah, his play's really elevated the start his pass catchers have been able to have as a result. And you know what they're all thinking right now? This could be a game where we all get to put up some serious numbers, especially if he keeps throwing it like this.
What
a pass. Wow. Let's go. Let's keep going.
Not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked
Let's
after
go
the
with
catch.
PA
The way he took the completion
Let's
and
go
made
PA,
so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
A play fake. Now Smith to throw. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play. Jordan loose, incomplete. Looking for Tyler Lockett on that play. And now they face second down. And again, it's Smith. Connects with Fant. And he's going to be tackled.
Let's go, first and goal.
Down to the 6. They'll have first and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
Good offenses, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him to route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Ooh, I was catching myself in there.
Boy, are they lucky it wasn't intercepted. That was a risky shot, but fortunately, they still have second down coming up. From the gun, Smith. Catches made it.
Let's go, touchdown.
It's a Seattle touchdown. And now, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience isn't, his fourth first-half passing touchdown.
We'll go to the fourth quarter.
This would be a new record if he has a second half to match this one. And he gets this one to go after a couple of misses already in this game. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a gain of 17 on that
Get a
one.
sack here.
And it'll be first down, Kansas City. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Mahomes on 1st and 10. Taking a shot deep down the field it goes.
Knows that.
Send that one away, incomplete. Prime connected with Xavier Worthy there. So it'll be second down.
This is Madden 25.
Motioning in the tight end now. 2nd and 10 now. Pacheco hauls it in. And he is hit hard shortly after that catch. Great job hanging on to that, but only a small gain on that play. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
And that's out of the first quarter.
We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. This
5 minutes through the video.
about set for the 2nd quarter. Chiefs football here. They've got 3rd and 8. Throwing again, Mahomes. Seahawks
Sack, let's go.
And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Kansas City sends out its punt team. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. And he found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. The Seahawks are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And last drive, he reached one of those numbers that everyone looks at as a benchmark after the season ends, Brock.
By the way,
Like
this
the
is
year that
all
he's put
pro
together,
mode.
finding the end zone. Out of the gun, here's Smith.
Oh, what a pass.
Hits the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks running away with it in the 2nd quarter. Tyler Lockett the touchdown. Myers to add the PAT. No problem.
There we go.
In the snow. The XP is good. And the Seahawks grow their lead yet again. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Nicole Hardman now on the return. His return makes it up to the 25. The Chiefs offense set to take over again. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds.
No good.
Came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10 now, Mahomes. Needs his back complete. And not
Okay.
much doing. He stopped quickly.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
On target to Worthy. And that's good yardage. for the
Why
new
did
set of
no
downs.
touchdown game?
You know,
That's
they
a
call
good
that
one.
the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the
It's a hard
NFL
challenge
if you
on
don't
a
cover a
program.
good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Again, Mahomes to throw. Completes this one to Gray.
2nd
And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there in 1st down, well, opens up the
Take us
entirety
to
of the playbook
midfield.
for 2nd down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket and get even more of a grip.
Oh, wow. There we go. Sack.
And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Goodness gracious, this quarterback is taking an absolute beating in this 1st half. We better have some ice for him ready at halftime. I'll tell you this, Kate. It has been a brutal couple quarters, and if you don't start protecting the quarterback, this guy may not make it and even finish this game.
And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing
We
he
get to
listened to
100
it.
points today
He was
on
able to make
Friday
something out of
in the
nothing
video.
and at least move them forward.
Wow, they're not going.
Mariza
They're
on to
not going
punt.
on 4th down.
And he's been getting all of it every time out. This is away, and once again, he's caught all of it. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Smith. Ooh, almost to throw the custom. Defender had it in his hands. He dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
So far, no touchdown by the Chiefs.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You gotta secure the pick before anything else.
To the sideline, and he's got it. Into the red zone. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks making this a laugher before halftime. Tyler Lockett, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That is his 6th passing score of the game. A lot of quarterbacks could go several weeks without throwing that many touchdowns. And now, keep in mind, he's only one off the NFL record of 7 in a single game.
Dragon spacing.
Here's the Seahawk offense, ready for another shot at 2 points. He's throwing for it. And he's got a man complete. And he isn't going to reach the end zone. But hey, if that's the only thing that goes wrong, this game has been A-OK. The 2-point try fails.
I wish I could challenge that play.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Hardman with a return. And in the end, he's able to get into what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25
5
after the
people
return.
playing with 1 player, that's
Offense
crazy.
heading out now for the Chiefs. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. First down throw, Mahomes finds his man Gray. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Running up the middle, Pacheco. Who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Brought down on the play by Uchenna Nwosu. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes them to 3rd and 5.
I recommend if you're playing promo, always use
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes.
always use
Defender runs right as the ball
Spaced out.
knocks it
Spaced out
free.
plays.
Incomplete.
if they're doing pass play. If they're doing a running
Rules
play,
made on his watch,
it's
the
blitz.
He breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he's going to get it further up their side of the field with a nice return there, partner, up past the 35. The home team's ready for their next series.
Let's do deep pass this one.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Out left, and Luckett makes the grab. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. The early returns on the stat sheet have been good so far, partner. He's off to the exact kind of start they were hoping he'd have.
Yeah, you can just feel the rhythm, the timing, the tempo. And that ball is zipping all over the field.
Let's do flood.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy
Passing play.
territory. Smith on 1st down.
He's open, he's open, he's open.
Out here.
Oh, what a touchdown.
Score, touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks ballooning the first half lead even further. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. And the Seahawks will again line up to
is Madden 25.
Pressure comes, Smith. And he's
Wide
got
open,
They certainly
let's
weren't
go.
hurting for points, but hey, why not add 2 more onto the massive lead they've got? That's the 3rd time they've gone for 2, and now their 2nd conversion, so they've done pretty well.
Well, they got
That's
a field
today,
goal.
partner.
Oh, come on, kid. You know better than that. You know they're 2 for 3. You know what every old salty coach is going to say.
You should have gotten all 3 of them.
Bingo! Any team that's willing to go for it expects to find success every single time.
That was my old coach. I thought it was pretty good. Hardman with our turn. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Their offense running back out now. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw Mahomes. He's got him. That's Pacheco. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense.
Automatic first down.
Running out of the gun with Pacheco.
Let's go,
They're
sack.
still looking for the play that sparks the ground game
I
as
mean,
that
that
one
doesn't
stopped for a
sound-
loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who
Sometimes
chipped
it's
away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the old lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over it.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Buccaneers are holding up. They're able to drop it.
7 sacks. That's
And the
crazy.
defense comes
This is
through to
one
back them
half
up
and
ahead
they
of
got
4th
7
down.
sacks.
Okay. Gotta be honest with you, I'm just starting to feel bad for this quarterback and his family because he is just taking a beating before our eyes.
Let's see what he can do on the return. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over.
Let's do bench. Bench looks a little bit
The
better.
Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line.
This
1st and
is
10.
his first half. This is crazy.
And this one was knocked away, incomplete. Trying to get him into Tyler Lockett. And now it's 2nd down. Back to the air, it's Smith. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. Clean breakup on that throw. So they're not facing 3rd and long.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that's just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executed.
He's trying to go deep again. Brought in inside
First
the
down,
20.
let's go.
And he breaks into
55
enemy
yards.
territory before being stopped on a huge gain. And someone has officially flown higher than the Dutchman, Brock. That completion pushes him past Norm Van Brocklin for the most passing yards in a game in NFL history. The mark of 554 yards and stood resolute since back in 1951, and 7 decades later, someone has finally topped it. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft.
As we start
Teams
this
want
game,
defenders,
I have to go
especially in this
slow.
day and age of passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
He has the catch, but no, he can't get down and back. Can
Can't
nearly
count
a
that,
touchdown, but they're going to say it's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. And again, it's Smith. Has it in close. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have first and goal to figure out. Smith. And that one's incomplete, but boy, are they lucky it wasn't intercepted. That was a risky shot, but fortunately, they still have second down coming up. Now Smith. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks continue dominating in our opening half. Jackson, Smith, and Jimbo with a touchdown. And it's one of the records that's always there lurking in the back of your mind whenever a QB's having a really good game, right, partner? And we're just fortunate that we were here to finally see it fall. He's the first ever to throw 8 touchdowns in a single game. Myers gets the point after to go. And the Seahawks continue piling on to this lead.
Alright, let's stop them here.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Hardman with a return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. This offense getting all set for this series. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Drive begins with a run by Pacheco. But he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that won't stop for a loss.
Even on the outer edges of this field, Kate, a quarterback making a stop behind the line, it's impressive. But in the middle third, that takes a special and fearless type of quarterback.
Back to Pacheco here on second.
A running play again.
Wow. Doesn't get beyond the line. Julian Love bringing that one to an end. He didn't get anything on that run, so struggles on the ground, leaving them with third and long. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hennessy threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Whoops,
The
my
offense
bad.
being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next.
Let's do drive. No, let's do deep smash.
Drive starts out with a first and 10. From the gun, Smith. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
He finds fans. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That one hits for 30. And the Seahawks will have a first down. Blitz coming for Smith. He beams one deep right side. They connect on the deep shot. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, with that score right there, Brock, he has reached one of the pinnacles of playing quarterback here in the NFL. The most touchdown passes in a single game.
And I can promise you, after this game, he's going to do... I remember Peyton and Marvin having a back and forth after breaking the record. Neither of them wanted the ball because they knew it took all of them. And I promise you, after the game at the podium, he'll say the same thing today. It's his name in the record book, but this is an offensive explosion for a day.
And that's Cott's great call. Even if the points weren't needed, the lead swells by another 2. Well, he just caught them the touchdown. They line up for two. How did they lose and how did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. And in moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Another drive coming up for this offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. Getting out to his left. And nothing doing on that run. Defenders bottle it up quickly.
Look at the quarterback's eyes. He's looking. He's trying to find a lane of some kind, but there was nowhere to go. And he was lucky to get back to the line before that defense closed in.
2nd and 10 now. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Can't you give him much of the credit for this early lead? Heck, give every player in that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit. Because that ambush on the quarterback, a big reason why they're in control of this game.
Finds his man. It's Worthy. 3rd and 18 kills most drives, right? But they find an opening and hit it to pick up the 1st.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route. And then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. He's got to push one deep.
No.
Inside the 30. And he's in for the Kansas City
No.
touchdown. The Chiefs jump some of the lead off before the half. Travis Kelce the touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs take 7 points off the deficit. Reed now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30.
Alright, let's do minion pass under Z.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Smith to the air now. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Keeps locking along that sideline, and he's got it. That one goes for 25 yards. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. Gets everything he has under this throw. A disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
I know DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized the pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
He's loaded another one up. He's got it inside the 10. It's a Seattle touchdown. As he naps another touchdown, Brock. I gotta ask you, the former QB, is this the point where all the other guys who haven't scored or only have one touchdown today are coming over to you and saying, why aren't you looking for me? Throw me the football.
They may be saying it, but it's a little more of a look, Kayla. Really?
Go,
Can I eat too? Do I get an opportunity to sit at the table? But when you got the rapport these two have right now, and the confidence and the timing, or you hook him up every chance you get.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Hardman with a return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
And stop them here.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes.
Comment if
He's on the
100
move.
points.
Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. The Chiefs
I want to
signal
see
for a timeout,
comments
so
when I
that's
get
gonna be
100
their
points.
first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Trying again, following the set.
What is Mahomes doing though? Wow.
And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up for the 3rd down.
Yeah, this has been flawless, really, from every side, Kate. In order to get to double-digit sacks, it requires a tremendous amount of work leading up to this game, but then ultimately the execution of everybody. This has been the acronym of team. Together, everyone achieves more, and more is 10 sacks.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful.
3rd and 31 is crazy.
Well, last play didn't work out too well. Looks like they're going ground game now. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Got 31
The
seconds.
Chiefs bringing out their punt team. And he's been one of the players of this game. And he drives it towards the other end of the field. Collects this to the 32. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. So we're understood. Some people would rather get right back to the field to play. And so we will as we advance to the start of the 2nd half. Reed now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 9. And he was
Oh,
pushing
so
for
close
midfield
there.
there before they finally dragged him down at the 45. The home team.
Let's do deep pass. Through
The
a
Seahawks
wide
in
cross.
good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10.
Oh yeah,
It's a
he's
lot
open.
behind one, deep downfield.
Oh my god.
Not a great choice on 1st down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted actually. So 2nd down coming up.
Let's
Almost
do
a
deep
completion to
stick.
their own team there. So it's 2nd down coming up. Out of the gun, here's Smith. He's trying another one deep.
Yeah.
A huge gain in hand, but he couldn't finish the catch. Trying to get it into Tyler Lockett.
He's stepping in.
That's
Let's
going to
go.
leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Shotgun snap to Smith. He's looking deep once again. And that's incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still going to bring up 4th down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
Smith on 4th down. He's trying to go deep again.
Oh my
It's
god.
going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in position. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield at first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs.
The quarterback's so worried about challenging the DBs in coverage, he didn't keep an eye on the lineman in front of him. He threw it right towards him, and it was easy to get a pop and swat away a potential 1st down.
And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
From the 38. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play.
I
And
got a
the Chiefs are
feeling
going to
here
have
we're
1st
gonna get
down.
100 points.
Pacheco gets it from the gun. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Shotgun handoff to Piron. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. Escapes out to the left. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. So out now comes the punter. Somebody give this guy a break as he sends his 10th punt away. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Smith. He's loaded another one up.
Oh my God.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks piling onto the scoreboard yet again. Tyler Lockett the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right? Yeah. When you run that fly route, you gotta win.
Oh my God, bro.
Protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find Pater.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Hartman with a return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The offense getting set to go. And they're going to need to play for pride or for something to build on for next week, Brock, because this game seems out of reach, even though we've got a full quarter still to go. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Julian Love bringing that one to an end.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. To the sideline, and he's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 37 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
16 minutes left. And there's that chance to get under
Blitz
the
coming,
here.
Mahomes.
Yes,
This one
incomplete.
falls
Okay, good.
incomplete. Looking for Travis Kelce that time. And it sets up 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Here's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw.
Come on, get him.
Escapes
Get
the
him.
pocket.
Get him.
Oh, he's going to run for it.
Oh
That play
my
goes for
God.
17 and a 1st down.
You know,
Whoa.
these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for the QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Oh, looks like the defense got a little
Oops,
too
my
excited
bad.
there. That's going to be a penalty. Just lost his focus and jumped. It's not a huge penalty, but it is a costly one because it gives him enough for a first down. So now, following the penalty, it's 1st and goal. Running it after the penalty.
Well, that's
The
it.
Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs continuing to fight at least. Butker to try the point after. Snowy weather, no problem for him on that point after. And the
I'm sure
Chiefs
wasting my time
lead
now.
by another point. Reed now to kick this one away.
Come on.
Starting from the 5. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. It got first down from the 31. They go play action. Here's Smith. To the sideline, and he's got Metcalf. And he got this close to midfield before going out. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Seahawks will have a first down. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Smith on first down. He throws a bullet down the right sideline. That one is incomplete. Come hang on through the contact.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. Became Metcalf, the intended receiver. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. And again, it's Smith.
Oh my
They're
god.
able to drop it. 4th and forever coming up.
You know, Ken, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Running right is Pacheco. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. It's Pacheco again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's on the move. He'll
No!
make a big for it on the ground. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a first. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Pacheco holds it in. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
The throw is caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. A gain of 5, Brock, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. Here's Mahomes now. This fellow is cut. And he's going to be marked down 5 yards short of that first.
Well, that's a modest little drag route.
sure
But
wasting
if
our
you
time
just
right
need
now.
a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Another throw for Mahomes. Rolling left, buying some time. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Chiefs put at least a tiny dent into that lead. Patrick Mahomes, the touchdown. Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Chiefs stick 7 points off the deficit. Reed now to kick this one away.
Alright, let's go. Let's make some touchdowns here.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And in great shape after that return. He's across the 35 before going out. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to Joe it loose, incomplete. Try and get him into Tyler Lockett, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to the air, it's Smith. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. And that's going to be knocked away.
I guess I'll have to do not a deep pass.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. You gotta read where the quarterback's eyes are going. You gotta react as it begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Throwing on 3rd, Smith. Complete beyond the marker. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. He picks up 15 on the play. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And they curl
No!
behind the line of scrimmage.
God.
Hey, up the middle, it'll be pretty tough for this safety to make a play through all the traffic. If you want to range outside, you want to get into his domain, you better be careful because this strong safety will put you on your back.
Catch is made down the right sideline. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
Every tight end with the salt
Going through the box.
really crave man-to-man coverage. The best of them,
Are you
give me
going?
man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Cowboys,
Hi.
one of the best. You play man-to-man,
What?
he's going to find a way to out-leverage
Around the
you,
ball?
separate from you, and make the play just as that tight end did.
He's in the head for about 5. Luke Tranquil brings him to the ground.
He's just one
Are you
of those
afraid of
guys,
me?
man, even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down. Blitz coming for Smith.
Yeah, let's go. Finally.
Touchdown, Seattle.
Okay, let's go. Walk in, walk in.
Baby, well, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
And the conversion is no good as that pass falls incomplete. Ooh, whether they got it or not there, Brock, not going to make too many friends going for 2 in that situation.
Yeah, sure felt less about whether they're successful or not, and more just about the fact they don't care. But I'll tell you what, they may forget about it. Those guys on the other side, they won't. And they'll remember it the next time they line up against each other.
And this drive will start inside the 25. Now this offense ready to head back out. And the touchdowns gotta keep coming for them as they still trail here. First and 10, it's Mahomes. He's got him, that's Pacheco.
Let's
And
go.
he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, there was never played any playbook I ever
So I
saw
lost
designed for a
10
lost yards play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. There are chances to make up for it.
Everyone's prepped, it's second down now.
Come on, stop.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf,
They're sacked
I think
there.
this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Yes, let's go, let's go.
They drop him.
12 sacks is crazy.
Comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
This is one of those moments that I am just at a loss for words. We just saw a record-tying 12th sack in this ball game. It really is on two sides of it. On one side of it offensively, well, this has been impossible to block these guys. But Kate, I have got to celebrate what we're seeing defensively. Just the sixth team in the history of this game to notch 12 sacks in one ball game.
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. They're out and set, first and 10. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Bronx. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Bryant getting it to Tyler Lockett. So second down
That's
coming up.
okay. It's not like
How many times do
First,
defenders hear from their coaches
second half, quarter.
read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and more importantly, you got to react as he begins
Oh,
to throw.
come
and
on,
knock
come
that
on.
ball away.
Yes. Go, go, go.
Inside the 35.
Let's
And
go.
he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks lengthen the lead at the end of the third. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end. And I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
Hardman with a return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Thankfully, only one quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. They motion the tight end over. First down throw, Mahomes. To the sideline, and brought in by Worthy. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Jump off, caught by his back. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all. Try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. It is caught left side. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Throwing again, Mahomes. Escapes the pocket.
And this is one of the best teams. Versing one of the best teams.
And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Hey, Kate, it's time to add some players and some names and a team to the all-time record list. It used to read 12 when it comes to sacks, accomplished 5 times. But you know what we just witnessed? We just witnessed the 13th sack in this game in NFL history. This group has lived behind the other side of the line all game long, and now they will live in their record books right now.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Smith back to throw. He put everything he had into this one. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
The ability to track the ball. Their ball skills isn't just knocking it away. That's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If you didn't swat it away.
Oh, you got that. You got that. Let's go. Keep going.
Connects on the deep shot. At the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Well, that right there, Brock, is saving all of your guys a whole lot of work. I see 10 dudes breathing easy out there, and only one of them had a breath, and he's the one holding that football in the end zone.
Are you sure about that? Because you know what I love about these moments? I love especially going back and watching them on tape and watching the big guys. Watching all those alignment. Certainly some are going to walk, some are going to wave, but eventually some will make their way 90 yards downfield to celebrate that one as well. Because you're right, it was one heck of a show.
Oh, yes.
Offense liked how that play went. They choose to decline the penalty.
The penalty is declined.
I'll take the point. I'll take the point.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff.
So we just need a field goal. That's it. Then we can hit 100 points.
His return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now this offense getting set to work here. And all game they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. Offense ready to begin this
1,000.
drive.
Let's
1st
go.
and 10.
1,000 passing yards. Wow.
Mahomes. And that one's incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Throwing now from the gun. Oh, he was on the move and circles the
Zach,
defense
let's go.
and they take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
I think his decision making really checked. But his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's raging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there's none to be had. No escape route available this time.
A tight end in motion now. 3rd and long for Mahomes. He's on the move.
Get him. Get
He's
him.
running for it.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm.
All right, let's get a
Especially in
punt,
situation
return
like that,
touchdown.
It's a good thing you
Come
woke
on.
up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep it moving forward.
And he's going to get him further up their side of the field with a nice return there, partner. Up past the 35. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. And he's there to send that one away incomplete. Trying to force one through there. And it's going to be 2nd down. Here's Smith. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. Yes, we got 3rd
I
down.
don't know why the challenge prices are not
Offenses
working.
that connect to this
That's a cheat.
intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area and not
Oh,
just
challenge
sparks your
offense.
offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Bro, what are you?
Connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
Can't cover it much better than
They're not
that. Really
doing the
well
punt.
covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the unlikely conversion nets them a first down. And again, it's Smith. It's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Trying to find his tight end. So that brings up second down. From the gun, Smith. He brings it in, but got too close.
I want to challenge that play. Like, that's like a first down.
We've got third down.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just
Well, let's go hit an hour.
stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Connects with Fant. And he'll be brought down at
First
about
down.
29. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Defender runs right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now they face second down. Shotgun snap to Smith. And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. Third down
So
coming up.
close here.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up fourth down.
Okay, let's do a field
The
goal.
tip definitely broke up that throw. So that brings up fourth and long. Jason Myers now going to try to knock this through for the Seahawks. It's from the right hash, 46 yards. A kick they needed, but it's no good as it sails too far right. And they're unable to pile another three onto that lead.
Something I would have never said 20 years ago, Kate, when I started this business, but it rattles through my big old noggin now. That miss really has an effect on fantasy football owners more than anybody else. Imagine the poor soul, somewhere, anywhere, who ends up losing the fantasy this week, specifically because of that miss. You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
They bring a tight end in motion right. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Completed over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was merely room to add even more.
They send the tight end in motion. Third and short, here's Mahomes. Kelsey makes the catch. And he's able to get this to the 32
1 minute
before going
left.
down.
Oh my god, I gotta
A
make
big
it.
play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Come on.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Come on.
Throwing on first down, Mahomes. Has his man, it's Pacheco. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. So march it forward after they accept the penalty.
Automatic first down.
So after the penalty yardage marked off, here's first and 10. They go play action, it's Mahomes. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs making the scoreboard look a touch better. Travis Kelce the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Butker to try the point after. Extra point is good in this wintry weather. And the Chiefs cut into the lead by another point.
Touchdown here. Come on.
Now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
24-yard line? Come on.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Come on, come on.
Smith setting the throw. A disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. So it'll be 2nd down. Back to the air. It's Smith.
Sack, come on.
Drop it. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Now Smith. He's going deep. Well, they have the looks. Didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're still facing 4th down.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
4th down, Smith. He's
Go,
trying another
go,
one
go,
deep.
go. Yes, yes.
He's got it deep downfield. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks throwing 6 more on the blowout.
Let's go, baby.
It seems like
100
a lot of the
points.
time, Rock, even as a result,
Let's go.
aren't quite as flashy every rep. Tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with. Right? Think of the receivers, they got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, good luck for them.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. He'll take this at the 10. This return makes it up to the 25. Here comes their offense out again. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. And a little somersault in, it's intercepted. Rick Woolen with the INT. And the Seahawks are going to get the football inside the enemy 40.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. If you know that these interceptions are now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Trying getting into Tyler Lockett. And now it's 2nd down. Out of the gun. Here's Smith.
Come on, bro.
Drop it. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play. You know, I didn't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They go play action. Here's Smith. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Guides him over the middle. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. and create space to take that shot downfield.
From the 46. Dumped off to his running back. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
First and 10, it's Mahomes. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. They got a man open to beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Again, Mahomes to throw. On target to Worthy. And he's out of bounds, just short of the 30.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, maybe they gave the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Third down, it's Mahomes. On the move, headed right. He's keeping it. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. They bring their tight end left. Mahomes on first and 10. Looking. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backward. Second down coming up.
Terrific zone coverage. Wallpaper sideline to sideline. QB's got two options. Wait for a hole to open or tuck it to run. He chose the former, but the pass rush showed up before any throwing lane did.
Another try following the sack. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down.
Get one more touchdown here.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Chiefs just want to get out of here without this one is gone. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. He just throws this one away.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having the clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out. I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
Up and good from Blankenship. And Rock, I'd say that's more of a moral victory than something that's really going to affect the deficit much.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Returns looking good so far. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. The Seahawks take Tyler Lockett ready for a new series on offense. And they should just be able to kneel out what time remains. There's 3 timeouts defensively still available, but using them is not going to alter this outcome. They kick the running back in motion. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in. Trying to get him into Tyler Lockett. So it's 2nd down coming up. Wow, they're going to pass it here. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Try and get him into Tyler Lockett. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Throwing on 3rd, Smith. He lets one fly deep downfield. And that one's incomplete. For now, it brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. All right, so they like the results on the field, and they're going to decline this penalty. What's the right call here on 4th down? Smith in the pistol. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Sometimes a quarterback gets so focused on coverage down the field, right in front of you. On that occasion, he throws it right to the D lineman. Easy to get the paw up and swat away a potential first down.
New set of downs for him at the 38. One of the tight ends motioning right. First down throw, Mahomes. Completes this one to Gray. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You put up the combine times of tight ends running a 40-yard dash, and they certainly don't run as fast as the safeties or the corners in this league. But when you get them going in the right direction and you get them dragging across the field like that, well, they can still do their damage.
Here's 2nd and 5. Buys time, rolling right. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it'll be first down, Kansas City. Putting the tight end in motion. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Intercepted in the end zone. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are stopped a little beyond the 10-yard line on the return.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. It's a touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh no! Give me that one back! Because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
He fires one deep down the middle. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Justin Reed has the INT. And the Chiefs will have it right at the opposing 30 after the interception and that return on top of it. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Timeout taken by the defense. Their 2nd. Still one more in their pocket to use. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Defense too much. The Seahawks drag him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. One final shot here. Need this to force overtime. And there's an lasting image of this game. It's intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins makes the play. And the Seahawks are stopped on the return on the final play of this game. So it's a win for the Seahawks.
All right.
And they weren't afraid to keep running up that score to the point that records came and wins on the way to victory.
Anyways,
Total Block actually
this
eclipsed
was
the
an hour
stream
points in a
game.
video today. Please like and subscribe. Trying to get 100 subs before the new year. But Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.